Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, dear students. This is Ms. Layla Al-Jihani. Inshallah, today we will finish the last lesson in the expansion units from 1 to 3. Okay, inshallah, today we will cover lessons 4 and 5, chant along, and we will do the project. Okay? Before we start, let's recall what we covered in our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we learned about occupation. What do we want to be? We asked each other questions, and we wrote about an occupation we chose. Okay? Inshallah, today by the end of the lesson, you will be able to read about the chant. The chant is about career path. Okay? Answer related questions, research questions on aptitude or IQ test. You will have to research for questions related to these tests and ask each other these questions. Okay? Before we start, I gave you a homework, page 110. Look at each image. You have different images on your book, page 110. Write about what just happened. Use simple past and past progressive. Use when or while. So here you have to use either simple past or past progressive, and you have to use when or while to answer these questions. So number 1, what just happened to Abdullah? Okay, what is based on the picture? What do you think happened to him? Excellent. He was working on his computer when the phone rang, or he was surfing the internet while he was talking to his friend. Okay, number 2, what just happened to Paul? Okay, look at Paul's picture, and what do you think happened to him? Paul was walking home while it was raining. This is what happened to him. We used while in the first one. The second, we will use when. Even here, we used when. The second, we used while. A car was driving by when it splashed Paul. This is what happened in this exercise. Now, in the second exercise, who is your best friend? Ask each other about your best friend. How long have you known your friend? You have to ask each other, who is your best friend and how long have you known this person? Complete the chart below about your friend's personality. You have to describe your friend. You have to fill out this chart to describe your friend. You have to write about his or her personality. Funny, you have to give an example. Always makes me laugh. You said he's funny or she's funny. She or he always makes me laugh. Can you think about other characteristics related to your friend's personality? And you have to give examples, okay? You already done that. Let's see the answer. You can say, my friend is intelligent, gets good grades. His grades are high, so he is intelligent. Hardworking, always does homework, okay? Athletic, plays football. We say he's an athletic, he plays football. We fill out this chart. Now, we will use the chart. We wrote 4 characteristics related to our friend, صح? Now, we have to transfer that chart, we have to use it and transfer it to writing, okay? Write a paragraph about your best friend. So, let's see the example together. Fahad is my best friend. I met him at school. This is here. I answered, where did I meet him? And who is he? صح? And I've known him for about 3 years. We answered the question, how long? صح? Fahad is funny and always makes me laugh. He is an intelligent and hard-working student who gets good grades and always does his homework. Fahad is also athletic and plays on the football team with me. So we transferred all the information into writing. This was your homework. We did it together. Now moving on to our lesson, page 36 and 37. We have this word, career path. What do you mean, career path? Do you remember when I told you last class about choosing an occupation? Do you remember? Some of you said, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a teacher, I want to be an engineer. Like now, for example, if I'm a student, I finished high school, خلاص, and I went to university and I studied English literature, for example, okay? Can I be a doctor? I told everyone I want to be a doctor and I'm studying English. Can I be a doctor? No. You have to choose your path. You have to choose after high school. If you want to be a doctor, what should you study? Medicine. Exactly. So you have to choose your path. What should you study? What should you do next until you reach your goal at the end? Okay? This is what they mean about career path. Okay? An English teacher is someone who teaches the language to student. Okay? This is what we know. Can an English teacher treat in a hospital? No. Can she build a building? No. Okay? So every career, they have their own duties and responsibilities and things that they can do. Okay? An English teacher needs a university degree. I can't finish high school and I say, I want to be an English teacher. Like, where is your certificate? What did you study? You have to have a degree, صح? Needs a university degree. Also, most of the careers do, okay? So you have to know what should you study and you get your certificate so you can follow your dream, okay? Now, on our book, we have these comprehension questions. We have to answer it based on the chant. Do you see the chant, page 36? Okay, so we have to answer it based on the chant, okay? We will read the chant together and you have to answer the comprehension questions based on the listening and reading the chant. Let's read the questions first. Answer true or false. Okay, so you have to read the statement and you have to read the chant. Is this statement true, mentioned in the chant, or no? Okay, so if it does, write true. If it doesn't, write false. Let's read number one. The boy knows what career he will follow. He knows the job, yes, the job he will follow. He knows what he wants to be. Okay, this is what they mean. Number two, the boy is asking for advice. So maybe he has some confusion and he asks for advice. Do you remember what do we use when we ask for advice? Do you remember? When we ask for advice, they respond, you should and you shouldn't, okay, when we're giving advice. Number three, the boy has already graduated from high school. Is this true? Did he finish high school? Did he graduate or no? Okay? How do we know? From the chant. We will see it together, inshallah. The career advisor, okay, this is someone who helps you when you are choosing your career, suggests a variety of occupations. He gives him many occupations, many jobs, different jobs. He listed these jobs for him. Is this true? Did you read that in the chant or no? Number five, the career advisor tells the boy which occupation is best. Does he give him which occupation or he let the boy choose? Okay? From the reading, we have to know. No. Okay? Part B in the comprehension, complete 3 sentences about the occupations. The chant is about jobs, okay? They mention a lot of jobs, okay? Here you have to complete the statements related to the job. A carpenter is someone who, what? What does a carpenter do? You will know when you read the chant, okay? An electrician is someone who. What does an electrician do? You have to complete the statement, okay? A journalist is someone who. What does a journalist do? Try to complete these statements. Okay, this is the chant. We will, inshallah, read it together. Let's listen. Bismillah.
You should choose a career that you'll find rewarding, a satisfying line of work that you'll never find boring. If you attend university, you'll obtain a degree. You'll have qualifications to earn a high salary. Now let's look at your interests. Let's test your IQ. What are you adept at? What occupation is right for you?
This is the first part of the chant. Here, they said the advisor is telling the student that you should choose your career, you should choose the job you want to be, okay? And the job you have to be rewarding, okay? Rewarding, what do they mean? That means it have to be rewarding. It have to have yani, good salary. You have to have, when you are working, you can see the results of your work, okay? A satisfying line of work. You will never find boring. Like if you're doing something really fun, you will never find it boring because you are enjoying every day of it. صح? If you attend university, he's telling him that you have to attend university to get a degree, okay? So you will have a qualification. Like for example, if you apply for a job after high school, for example, and you go, they will say, what is your qualification? You will tell them, I have a BA, I have a master degree, I have you tell them, what did you finish? I have these certificates, these workshops. You have to give them the things you finished in high school. We call it qualifications, okay? So if you have a qualification, you will have a high salary. Your pay will be high, okay? Now he's asking him about his interest, the things he likes. So he started asking him questions, and he want to ask, he want to test his IQ. Do you remember the IQ tests? Okay. And so he can help him which career he will do. Okay. Now moving on to the next part, we will see how the boy will respond. Let's hear it together.
What is the right job for me? I just don't know what I should be. I am still in high school. I'm only 16 and a half. How can I choose a lifelong career? Do I have to decide by next year? Please give me some guidance. Help me choose the right path.
Okay. This is the student responding to him. She doesn't know what she should do. She doesn't know which career. She doesn't have a plan, okay? She need help, okay? She said, I'm still in high school. I'm only 16, so she doesn't know. How can I choose a lifelong career? How can I choose something I will spend all my life doing, okay? Do I have to decide by next year? She's asking. Do I have that short time till next year to decide, or I have longer time to decide? I need guidance. She need help, someone to tell her what to do, okay? So she's asking for help to choose her career, okay? Now moving to the last part of the chants, let's hear it together.
Well, you could be a carpenter who designs chairs and tables. How about an electrician who repairs overhead cables? A race car driver. Now that's really exciting. Be an author or a journalist who is gifted at writing. Choose a profession or a vocation. Pilot, baker, lawyer, dentist, teacher, plumber, chef, accountant, artist, engineer, scientist.
Okay. Now, here he told her and he gave her many choices, And here we can answer the part B of the comprehension from this part of the chant. He told her that you can be a carpenter who designs chairs and tables. So he can design the chairs and the tables we use. About an electrician who repairs. He tells her some occupations and what does these occupations do, okay? He gave her more choices, a lot of choices, and at the end he gave her what? A list of jobs she can choose from. He told her, choose from these so I can help you, okay? Choosing your path, okay? That's it related to the chant. Now moving on to the comprehension questions. Please pause the video and take your time to answer part A and part B, okay? The true or false questions, and let's answer, see the answers together. Now for exercise A, answer true or false. The first statement is false. The boy knows what career he will follow. Does the boy know? No, he doesn't. Number 2, true. The boy is asking for an advice. Did the boy ask for an advice and guidance? Yes, he did. 3, the statement is false. The boy has already graduated from high school. No. Specifically said, I didn't finish high school. I'm still in high school. 4, true. The career advisor suggests a variety of occupation. And we can see it in the third part at the end. He mentioned a lot of jobs. So this is true. 5, the career advisor tells the boy which occupation is best. Does he tell him you should be a doctor, you should be an engineer, you should be? No. You can be. You have the choice. صح? He gave him list of choices and the boy should choose for himself. So false, true, and false. This is it for exercise A. Now moving on to exercise B. Complete the sentences about occupations. Number 1, a carpenter is someone who designs chairs and tables. How did we know? From the chant. We read it in the last part of the chant. Number 2, an electrician is someone who repairs overhead cables. Who repairs overhead cables. 3, a journalist is someone who is gifted at writing. Okay, this is it for the comprehension part B. Now let's do the vocabulary together, okay? We have list of words and list of meanings, okay? So we have to match the words with the meanings, okay? Let's try to do it together. Think about it. When you say something is rewarding, something is very rewarding, what do we mean? Do we mean advice? Do we mean regular payment for work? Rewarding. Rewarding is excellent, satisfying. So we write C, okay? When the word here, to obtain, does it mean advice? Does it mean regular payment? Does it mean skills or knowledge for a job? Does it get something with effort? With effort. To obtain is to get effort or to be good at. Okay? Which one is it? It means to get something with effort. So we write E. Qualifications here, what does it mean? So we finished here and we finished here. Qualification, what does a qualification mean? We said when you need a job, you have to have something, صح? Like excellent skills or knowledge for a job. These are the qualifications. So we write D. Salary, what does the salary is? Excellent. B, regular payment for work. We write B. 5, to be adapted at means to be good at. So we write F here. Guidance means advice and help. It's the last one we write A. Okay? Now let's see the answers here. So for the first one, C, 2, E, 3, D, 4, B, 5, F, and 6, we have A. This is it for the vocabulary part A. Now, part B, it's also related to vocabulary, okay? Find 5 words. He wants you to scan the chant and find 5 words. Which 5 words? That means a type of job. Which means a type of job. Do you remember the last part? They listed many jobs. Can you write down 5? That's it. This is what I want you to do. Pause the video, do it, and let's see the answer. So for the first one, we have career. We have line of work. 2, 3, occupation. 4, profession. 5, vocation. All of these words, what do they mean? They mean a job. They mean a job, okay? Now for the discussion, let's try to answer these questions together. Have you decided on a career? Ask yourself this question. Ask each other this question. Have you decided on a career? Do you know what do you want to be in the future? Do you think this, the expansion from 1 to 3, did we help you somehow to think about your future? Hopefully we did. In our writing, we chose a career and we learned how and what should we do to reach our goal. Okay, so all of that writing and the chant and the reading and the tests, we covered IQ tests and the aptitude tests previously we covered. Do you think they help you decide your career? What do you want to be in the future? Hopefully, all of you said yes. Number 2, what qualifications do you need for your chosen career? So, for example, if you decided to be an Arabic teacher, for example, which studies you should complete? You should go to university and study Arabic language. You can't say I'm an Arabic speaker. I can teach Arabic. La. You have to have a degree. You have to go to university. Okay. Number 3, who do you ask for career advice? Do you have someone? If you have some confusion, if you are not sure what do you want to be, like the girl, the boy in the chant, she said, I need help, I need guidance. Do you ask someone for help and guidance? If you do, who is this person? Who is this? Is she your mother? Is this person your father, your older brother, your older sister, your uncle? Basically, if someone is older, then they have more knowledge than you, okay? So I think they will be more wiser and they know what is best for you, okay? Do you think aptitude tests are helpful in planning a career? Why or why not? Do you think the aptitude test, do you remember the test related to your interests and your personality? Do you think they help choosing your career? Do you think they are very helpful? Yes or no? If you say yes, tell me why. If you say no, tell me why. Okay? You can say, I already know what I want to be, or you can say, I took the test, but I still don't know what will I be in the future. Okay, so give us reasons for your opinion. Now moving on for our project. Our project, they want you to research some common questions on aptitude and IQ tests and present them to your class. This is for our project, okay? You have to use the internet, search for some questions, the common one we use in IQ tests and aptitude tests. Some common questions. Like what? Okay. Here I search, I Google the internet, I found some questions they use a lot in the IQ test and the aptitude test. Let's try to answer these questions together. Hopefully we know. We have number 37. When it moves to 34, we remove how many? It's minus 3. طيب here, minus 3. So the pattern is minus 3. When we remove minus 3 from 28, it will be 25. This is how we answer this question. We completed the pattern. Now, the question 2, find the answer that best completes the analogy, okay? Book is for reading, as fork is for what? What do we use a fork for? We use it for drawing, we use it for writing, or steering, or eating. Excellent, we use it for eating, okay? These are the answers. Question 3, find 2 words, one from each group. So we have 2 groups, group A and group B. We have to find 2 words, one from each group, that are closest in meaning. They have similar meaning, okay? Like, for example, talkative and wind. The wind blowing. Is it same as someone is talkative? No. Which one is it? Think about it. Excellent. Is talkative and it's C here. Okay, these words has the same loquacious. They have the same meaning. Okay. 4. Which of the following can be arranged into 5 letters? We have these letters. Okay. How can we arrange it? Which one can mean one word? Okay, which one? Think about it. Try to arrange the words to create a word. So we have rails. It's B. We arrange it to be rails. These are some of the questions. This is what you should do in your project. You have to research questions and try to find the answer and present it in front of your class. Ask them the questions. Do they really know the answers or no? Okay? 5. Saeed bought 3 books for 5 riyals, each with a 20% discount. How much did he pay? Can you solve this? Do you think you can? I can't, to be honest. So think about it. Try to answer it. Okay? So he paid 12 riyals. Okay? 6. I work best. This is an aptitude test. This is not an IQ. It's not related to your IQ. This is related to your personality. So here, any of these can be true. Do you work best alone or in a group? Okay, this is related to your personality, so they can choose a career for you. Okay, both can work. So for your homework, you have to research similar questions and present it to your class. What did we cover in our lesson today? We read about the chant, which was about career path, answered related questions, and we did the research questions on aptitude and IQ test. I showed you a sample. You have to do something similar for your homework. For the fun fact part today, so we have here a heart. The hardest working muscle in your body is your heart. It bumps, it beats more than 2,000 gallons of blood a day and beats more than 2.5 billion times in a 70-year lifespan. If you live 70 years, this is the they say this is the strongest muscle we have. Hopefully this is something fun and new you learned. That's it for today. Thank you for listening, and inshallah I will see you next class.